That's right.
Hello friends, this is Pastor Artur Pawlowski. We are in Calgary Heritage Park. I love this place because it reminds me of history, and as you know, I love history because you can learn so much from the bravery of the people before us, but also from the mistakes of the past generations. And here we are in front of a monument, a building, a house that was built to remember the famous five. As you remember, at that time women were not considered persons and they were not allowed to vote. Kind of like they were considered a property of a man, a husband, under the protection, in quote, of a husband. So it's very interesting that the heroes of old, right now we are elevating them, we are cherishing their bravery, their courage, and yet at the same time today we're penalizing the very people that are standing for our rights that are being taken from us today. So I find this very interesting that, again, the repetition of history. And I'm here with my friend, a pastor from Edmonton, as you know, as you remember, a pastor that was hammered and is still being hammered by a totalitarian Kenny's dictatorship for simply being a pastor, for simply keeping the doors open for the hurting, for the depressed, hooked on drugs, suicidal people that are desperately need some words of hope. So here's Pastor Rodney.
Hey everybody, nice to see you today. It's great to be with Pastor Artur Pawlowski in Calgary at the Heritage Center. Anyways, I was thinking as Pastor Art was speaking is that, if we don't remember history, I think history is very important. It says if we don't remember history, we're doomed to repeat it. If we follow it, if we don't remember the mistakes that were made. And I'll tell you what we're doing is we're actually in our day, we're going backwards in time, and we're actually starting to go, all the things that were turned over, like human rights, well, we're starting to see that things are starting to be brought backwards again, and we're starting to lose those rights that were so strongly fought for. And so I would encourage everybody that's listening to this, just be reminded of it. Let's continue to stand in our day against this tyranny and this kind of real push to go backwards. We shouldn't be going backwards. We should be going forwards. We should be walking in a greater level or a greater measure of freedom, and we're not seeing that. We're actually seeing a tyranny taking over in our nation. So I really believe that there's a shift that's taking place, and we need to go the other way and not stand against the current, I guess, is what we're doing right now.
In the Bible it says that known are to us the devices of the enemy. In other words, what worked yesterday, he is doing today. Why? Because human nature. People are people. Wherever you go, humans are weak and comfortable, and they want to stay weak and they want to stay comfortable. So I want to encourage every one of you, rise up, stand up, do what's right, because in the end of the day, even if people will not recognize your bravery, if they're not going to be cheering for you or clapping for you, there is a cloud of witnesses right there in the kingdom of God that is cheering you up and is clapping for you. And to do the right thing is always the right thing to do. And in the end of the day, our reward will not come from people. We don't do this to get the medals and honors. We do this because there is a crown that is waiting for us in the kingdom of God, which we're going to take it from our heads and we're going to throw it at the feet of the one that is worthy of all the honor and all the praises, Jesus Christ. So stay strong, be courageous, go out there and be the light in the darkness. Be blessed.
God bless you, everybody. Thanks.